everyone. My name is Joel. You may recognize the Paradise
Channel.
channel. Now that I've been here a little over a year, I feel qualified to give you all some really good advice. Okay? I now have my Filipino wife,
That's me.
and I have my Filipino
Well,
house.
we've been married, what, 7, 8 years now?
Been a while, yes. I have my Filipino house.
There you go. That's the house.
It happens to be on the ocean.
Right there.
I have my Filipino swimming pool.
Yep, right there.
This happens to be right behind the house. And I have a new job. I hate to admit it. I had to take on a job. You know, I like to eat at restaurants a lot and stuff, so I had to take on another job. My new job is to test swimming pool floats.
Like that.
Yeah. I run these things through a rigorous test. Okay? Sometimes it takes hours of floating around in the water to get these things adequately tested out. Alright?
Okay.
And sometimes I even have to put a tap in one of these to really be able to prove it for your all's use.
Okay.
First of all, there's nothing really ugly about the Philippines. There's a few things that are a pain in the butt. One of them is banks. Man, the banks will drive you crazy. If you come over here, do not bring anything but $100 bills that are crisp and new. The slightest tear or stain or wrinkle even, they won't exchange them. So you end up with a pocket full of $100 bills that you really can't do anything with. So the exchange rate is about 56 to $1, 56 pesos to $1. The other thing about it that I was really curious about was medical. And oddly enough, the medical here is, regardless of what anybody else tells you, is much better than in the States. And it's far, far cheaper. Okay? Right before I came here, I went through dozens of tests, many visits to the cardiologist, never got anything done, and all they were told me was that the results of the tests were, how'd they put it?
Inconclusive.
Inconclusive, yeah. So we need more tests and more tests. When we got over here, I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that the doctor's office visit is $10. Okay? They were pushing 400 in Florida when I left.
$400.
Now, for $10, you get to visit with the doctor in a very short period of time. No hour-and-a-half wait in the waiting room, and you meet a doctor who actually knows or cares about what's going on. It's really amazing to me that modern medicine in the United States is supposed to be so much better when it's not really. So, and on top of that, we live here on a small island far from the city, so when it really got down to it and I was having trouble sleeping and stuff, we contacted a cardiologist over the internet, through email. Through email, this man, without ever setting eyes on me, was able to prescribe and change my medications to made a world of difference. I thought I was soon to die, not being able to sleep and stuff, until we met this doctor, and for another $20, I think it was, wasn't it 20?
It's 10 every
$10 on the internet.
Visit.
He never saw my face, he never even talked to me, just described the symptoms and the things I was having and prescribed the right medications and worked wonders.
Yeah, he did ordered a lot of tests.
We did, but he prescribed medication before the test results.
Yeah, before the test results.
So after all the tests were done, he prescribed some more medications.
Changed it.
You know, found out that I was low in potassium, that I had
Sugar.
a large prostate, but everybody at my age has a large prostate. So I would travel around some till you find an island you really like, because there's 7,000 islands.
Over 7,000.
So you need to kind of pick all the high spots and the ones you like best. and then build yourself a house. You know, you could buy a already done Filipino style house, which is a little different, but we had a typhoon here right in the middle of building our first house, which we use now as the caretaker's quarters, and it did a lot of damage, so we decided to do poured concrete. Originally, I lived in the Keys for many, many years, and almost all the homes built in the Keys are poured concrete roof, poured concrete walls, poured concrete beams, poured concrete everything. And I feel that confident in the fact that if the next typhoon does come, which is they're about the same as common as hurricanes in Florida, that there'll be no damage to the house and it'll be secure.
Yeah.
You know, you need to set up your house in a Western style that you're used to being comforts in the home. And we highly recommend solar panels on the roof, and what's our network?
Starlink.
Starlink.
Yeah.
Also, you got to put some more money in Elon Musk's pocket and get Starlink, because the satellites are all over here, and it's been really good and trouble-free. Here we also have, being right on the ocean, we have a desal plant where we can desal water, salt water into fresh, because sometimes it just doesn't rain here in the jungle in the winter time, and you're kind of short on fresh water. But that's one reason we built the big old pool here. It's also a source of fresh water. So come to the Philippines, build yourself a house, build it like they do in the Keys. You can build it up on stilts, have storage underneath, build poured concrete everywhere, buy yourself a big refrigerator, get the wife a washing machine, don't make her do laundry like they do here in a bucket, you know, and buy yourself a Mitsubishi Strata. I can't say enough good things about that little diesel truck. It's diesel, you can't get it in the States. Gets really great fuel mileage. Seats 4 people or 12 Filipinos. 4 Americans or 12 Filipinos can fit in easy. And it's been really dependable, and they're affordable. Have all the comforts. They got air conditioning and everything in them like they're supposed to have. And they're available. There's 3 or 4. There's Nissan, and there's Isuzu, and there's Mitsubishi. There's a bunch of different brands over here that have these small, it's 4-wheel drive also. And we live on a dirt road. Not that we ever really need it here, but we could, I feel like I could go pretty much anywhere in the islands here with the 4-wheel drive. And we take it over the ferry to the big city a lot. So, like I said the second time, do come. You know, you got any questions, you can email us here. Other than the banks being a pain, and the grocery stores are kind of small compared to what you're used to in the States. You know, they do have, in the big city, they do have Landers,
S&R,
and S&R, which are like
Costco.
Sam's Club or Costco. Not quite as many choices as Sam's or Costco has, but you can certainly satisfy a lot of your cravings for American food there. Other than that, if you like Asian food, you're set. It's everywhere. You have little food stalls everywhere. People on the side of the road selling barbecue, fried chicken, everywhere you could think of. And it's just it's
or you can also
tough,
go to the big city, and there's a lot of posh restaurants and bars and all
I understand that there's a company here in town that's looking for a hammock tester. I go down and apply for that job too, because I think I can do both. I'd be really good as a hammock tester. They call them Duyans here, but once I've learned how to test these pool floats, I think hammocks would be really good. So I can test fly hammocks.